I'm John Donald, and welcome to The Good Life. It is our view that all life is good. We're going to take a closer look at some of the aspects of life. We're going to look at health, wealth, spirit, and faith. So come along with us as we take this journey through life. Here we are on another step of our good life journey. We recently took a look at the honeybee and found out what's involved in making sweet, savory honey. It seems logical that our next step is to look at the cow and find out more about her life-sustaining milk. After all, weren't we all looking for the land of milk and honey? The cows we're to look at today are not just any cows. These are the grass-fed cows of the Pure Eire Dairy of Othello, Washington. We'll visit today with Richard and Jill Smith, owners and founders of the Pure Eire Dairy. Richard is a second-generation Irish dairy farmer with a master's degree from the University of Glasgow in Scotland. Jill is a third-generation farmer from Othello, Washington. Let's go visit with Jill, Richard, and the cows. Hello, Jill and Richard. Thanks for having us today.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
All right. Tell me, how long have you been involved with dairy farming?
I grew up in dairy and all my life, that's all I've known, milking cows.
And I grew up on a farm here in Othello and then married a dairyman, so here I am.
Tell me about the cows you've chosen for your dairy. I think you focused on the Jersey cow. Is there a reason why you did that?
We chose Jerseys primarily for two reasons. Jersey cows produce higher butterfat content milk, which leaves better tasting milk. And the second reason is they're a smaller breed, so therefore they're a better grazer since we're outside grazing year-round.
And you specialize in grass-fed cow. Is there a reason that you chose to focus on feeding with grass?
Absolutely. I think cows were designed to eat grass. That's what their body is built for. And in turn, it's a really nutritious, rich and creamy milk that we get from the cows being on a grass diet. So we feel very strongly about keeping them on a complete grass diet. No grains, no soy, nothing but a forage. Okay. I understand that it has something to do with the CLA content? Correct.
What is CLA?
Correct. CLA stands for conjugated linoleic acid, and it's a component in milk. But we do see a difference in the milk if the cows are grass-fed versus grain-fed. You have an elevated CLA content in those cows that are on a grass diet. We're finding that CLAs have an impact on cancer these days. There's a lot of research going on the CLA content in your body and how cancer reacts to that. So it's an essential fatty acid that we need more of, and the grass-fed milk gives you the opportunity to get more CLAs in your diet.
All right, I've noticed that the calves are running with their moms. Is there a reason for that? That's kind of unusual, isn't it?
You know, it is within the dairy industry. Typically, calves are separated from their mothers at birth. We've chosen to let our calves stay with their mothers because we think it's good for the calves. Number one, they're getting all of those nutrients that they need from mama. Just like a child and their mother, they're getting all of those really essential nutrients as a baby. Second, we feel like it really reduces the stress on the herd. They say it takes a village, and that's what really happens here on the dairy. You know, the calves go out there and they may have 6 different mamas. We're not entirely sure, but they're getting everything they need to get a good start in life, and then there's little to no stress on the cow after calving.
What is the difference between pasteurization and homogenization?
Pasteurization is when we heat the milk up to, for instance, ours is 145 degrees for 30 minutes. Homogenization is when a processing plant would take milk and inject air into it. So by injecting air, they break that fat globulin down, so it will not rise, the cream will not rise to the top. It stays separated in the milk, so the milk is consistent, where our milk, when it's left unshaken, the cream will all rise to the top. And it's the way nature intended.
I understand that there are two kinds of pasteurization. There is ultra pasteurization and vat pasteurization. What's the difference between those two?
Vat pasteurization is a little bit different. As Richard mentioned, we take it to 145 degrees and hold it there, where an ultra pasteurization is basically a flash heating of the milk. And it actually affects the milk in a couple of different ways. Vat pasteurization still leaves you with a live product that you can, say, make cheese from, where you wouldn't be able to do that with an ultra pasteurized milk. Ultra pasteurization extends the life of the milk, so you may have milk that'll last 2 to 3 months on the shelf, where vat pasteurization has a little bit shorter life because it is that live product.
What is the ruminant process?
The rumination process is, cow has 4 stomachs: the rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum. Cows, once again, as Jill said, were designed to eat grass, forages, and that's why they had 4 stomachs, so they could regurgitate the grass or forage they eat. They'll bring it back up, chew on it again, and then swallow it. And when we feed grains, we bypass the rumen and reticulum, and we allow the animals to speed up the digestion process, and that energy from the corn or soybeans is readily available or rapidly available to the animal, and changes the flavor of the milk, changes the profile of the milk. And once again, we're just going back to nature. Cows were designed to eat grass, eat forages. Feeding anything other than those is not what nature intended.
What are the different kinds of milk products that you produce?
We actually offer a full line of pasteurized products. We have the whole milk, 2% skim, and heavy cream, and then we're actually a licensed raw milk dairy as well. And we offer our products in both glass and plastic. So we really are doing it the old-fashioned way and offering those old glass bottles that a lot of people remember.
Tell me a little bit about the raw milk. That's a special product, isn't it?
The raw milk really is a specialty product, and it's something that you need to educate yourself about, know where your milk comes from, really research what you're getting into with raw milk. Basically, our raw milk goes from the cow to the chiller to the jug. There's no processing whatsoever, no human contact with that milk. It's direct from the cow to the jug. And you're getting a really pure, rich product, but there are risks and rewards that go along with any raw product. So we encourage people to check out where their raw milk is coming from and research it to make sure that that's the right choice for their family.
So drinking raw milk is kind of like pulling up a stool next to a cow and pumping a glass of milk out.
Except it's cold.
A little bit colder, but all the same. Exactly.
Okay.
It's pure as pure can be.
And we recommend you got to know where your raw milk comes from.
Absolutely.
Go visit the farms.
Got it.
Absolutely.
All right, look, I'd really like to thank you guys for having us out here today. It's been very informative and it's been a lot of fun. And I had no idea that so much went into a jug of milk, you know, and that you could have so many different kinds of milk. It's just been really an eye-opener for me. So thank you so much for having us.
We
all right?
appreciate you coming.
Thank you for coming.
All right. Although it's nearly impossible to pinpoint, most historians believe that using milk as a beverage began about 10,000 years ago. It's a fact that it takes about 345 squirts to produce 1 gallon of milk, and that a cow's udder holds between 2 and 10 gallons of pure milk. That's pretty weighty stuff. But to me, it's all about the taste, quality, and health benefits. You simply can't find better tasting, healthier milk than that produced by grass-fed, stress-free cows. The difference will astound you. I urge you to take the time to visit your local health food or specialty store. You give it a try. You won't be disappointed. So, as you journey through the land looking for the milk and honey, remember, all you have to do is to cast down your buckets where you be.